Central America's smallest country is also one of its most mysterious and enigmatic, just like the misty cloud forests, smoky volcanoes, and black sand surfing beaches it has become known for. If you're looking for the best things to do in El Salvador, immerse yourself in the country's rich cultural heritage and explore its historic cities, mural-covered towns, and ash-preserved Mayan ruins. Don't leave without tasting some of the best coffee in the world. Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we will tell you about the top 10 things to do in El Salvador. Please subscribe to our channel if you want to travel without having to endlessly wait until others are ready to grow. Now let's get started. Number 10. Suchitoto. Perched on a hill overlooking the sparkling waters of Lake Suchitlan, Suchitoto is one of El Salvador's most picturesque towns, a maze of ancient cobblestones and well-preserved colonial architecture. The tranquil surroundings and leisurely pace of life make it a popular retreat for the capital's residents, as well as fueling a vibrant art scene. And the streets are dotted with art workshops, galleries, and cozy cafes. The town's most famous landmark is the striking white Iglesia Santa Lucia, but the area is most celebrated for its natural wealth, with the neighboring Suchitlan Reservoir, which harbors a large number of migratory birds, and nearby sites including Los Tercios Waterfall. Number 9. National Palace. Built to replace the original, which was destroyed in a fire in the late 1880s. The current National Palace of El Salvador offers visitors a glimpse into the political, historical, and national past. It consists of 4 main rooms and more than 100 smaller ones that give visitors a unique insight into the historical, political, and national past of this small South American country. Travelers note that many of the palace's rooms are now closed to the public, despite the absence of government offices since the mid-1970s. But a tour of this famous landmark is still worth a stop, as the early 20th century facilities and well-curated historical exhibits present a more spectacular picture of the city's colorful past. Don't forget to check out the Salon Rojo, where the State Department used to hold their elaborate receptions, the Amarillo Saloon, where the president once resided, and Salon Rosado, where the country's Supreme Court used to be. Number 8. Metropolitan Cathedral. El Salvador's National Cathedral may not offer the same old-world architectural charms, such as ornate stonework and detailed religious sculptures, as its European counterparts, but the iconic white Roman Catholic Church is still a stunning monument and tribute to deeply religious San Salvador. Once the site of a violent massacre where around 40 people were killed during a stampede at Archbishop Oscar Romero's funeral. Today, this iconic structure offers visitors to the capital a bit of peace and quiet. The white facade gives way to a colorful interior, where images of the Divine Savior and a canopy with 4 columns bless the main altar. Travelers can spend a moment in quiet contemplation, light a candle, and admire the massive paintings that depict moments in the life of Christ when visiting the nation's most famous cathedral. Number 7. Santa Ana Volcano. Surrounded by the cloud forests of Cerro Verde National Park, Santa Ana is the largest volcano in El Salvador. And at 2,381 meters above sea level, it's also one of the most popular for climbing, offering gorgeous views and hiking trails, plus a view of the turquoise crater lake at the summit. Santa Ana is an adventure lover's dream. Number 6. National Theater of El Salvador. The magnificent National Theater of San Salvador, built between 1911 and 1917, is not only one of the main landmarks of the city, but also a national monument and the oldest theater in Central America. Designed by French architect Daniel Baylord, the building is one of the capital's most significant architectural masterpieces, and its majestic neoclassical facade gives way to lavish French Renaissance interiors, including a spectacular mural by Salvadoran painter Salvador Carlos Cañas. The Theater of Seats remains the heart of Salvadoran theater and hosts an ever-changing program of classical concerts, theater, folk music performances, and art workshops. Number 5. Joya de Cerén Archaeological Site. The UNESCO World Heritage Site of Joya de Cerén is a pre-Columbian Mayan agricultural village that dates back to 600 AD. Covered by ash during the Laguna Caldera volcanic eruption, it has been preserved in near-perfect condition, earning it the nickname Pompeii of the Americas. Number 4. Lake Coatepeque. A striking blue lake nestled beneath the peaks of the Cerro Verde, Izalco, and Santa Ana volcanoes and lined with sloping sugar and coffee plantations, Lake Coatepeque is among El Salvador's most magical natural attractions. Located atop the Cerro Verde National Park, at almost 6 kilometers long, it is the largest lake in the country. Formed in the crater of an ancient volcano more than 50,000 years ago, and supports a colorful population of catfish, quapoto, and zebra. A peaceful vacation destination for locals and travelers alike. The most popular activities at Lake Coatepeque are swimming and water sports, including sailing, kayaking, water skiing, and scuba diving. Number 3. Cerro Verde National Park. With its trio of volcanic peaks surrounded by lush jungle, an extensive network of hiking trails, and the nearby crater lake of Coatepeque, Cerro Verde National Park represents one of El Salvador's most surprising landscapes. The main entertainment for visitors to Cerro Verde National Park. The park is touristic, and its 3 volcanoes, Izalco, Cerro Verde, and Santa Ana, are all easily accessible. The highest point is the 2,381-meter peak of Santa Ana, El Salvador's tallest and most active volcano, topped with 4 craters and a glistening green crater lake. But the views from neighboring Izalco, nicknamed the Lighthouse of the Pacific, are just as dazzling, for its almost continuous eruptions for 160 years. Another highlight is climbing the eponymous peak, and hikers who climb the now extinct Cerro Verde volcano will find a mountaintop cloud forest full of colorful birds, including hummingbirds, jays, and emerald toucanets. Number 2. El Boquerón National Park. Just off the busy streets of San Salvador, El Boquerón National Park is a natural wonderland atop an ancient volcano. One of the most popular tourist destinations in El Salvador, El Boquerón offers incredible views of the capital and is also home to El Boqueroncito, a small volcanic crater in the center of the main crater. Number 1. El Rosario Church. Strolling past the gray concrete arch of El Rosario Church, it's hard to believe that the bleak hangar-like building is a place of worship. And if it weren't for the single, nondescript white cross rising from its entrance, they'd probably walk right past. However, don't be put off by its gloomy facade. Walk through the church door and you will be confronted with a surprisingly colorful wall. The arched walls, inspired by the creation of artist Ruben Martinez, are decorated with metal figures and have dozens of tiered stained glass windows that flood the open pillarless hall with a kaleidoscope of light. Built in 1971, the church was as controversial as it was innovative, and today it remains among El Salvador's most unique and memorable monuments. That's all from today's video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to get even more empowered to travel, you need to watch the video in the pinned comment below.